Hello again, YouTubers, on with SpongeBob 101 back here again, and for the first video that I'm making in 2017, actually, it's not the first video, it's going to be uploaded on the SpongeBob channel in 2017. This is our very first edition of SpongeTalk. Yeah, I suck at naming videos, but, so welcome to our all-new series. Now, this video was actually originally supposed to be part of our 6th anniversary celebrations, but I really didn't have time to make it, so I'm making it now, and I actually have a lot more content to make videos like these now. So as you can see in the title, our first edition of SpongeTalk is going to be about the upcoming episode, the finale of season 9 actually, Factory Fresh, and most of you guys probably already know it's gonna be coming on President's Day weekend in February. So make sure to look forward to that. Now, this is actually the 200th episode of SpongeBob, based on its production code. But apparently, Amazon has this book from Golden Books, published by Golden Books. It's $9.99. I'll actually be showing you some stuff from there later. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for that, but yeah, credits to Nickelodeon and Viacom, alright, okay, and authors of the book too. But so we actually have quite a bit of spoilers in this video, so if you just want to watch the trailers and everything, I think there are other videos on YouTube that have that, but I'll also be showing you the trailers, giving you my thoughts, and looking at the books, and talking a little bit out of it. So without further ado, let's take a look at the trailers and see how things go.
You know them. You love them. But you may never see Krabby Patties again.
Goodbye, see you later, so long.
What you doing, boy?
Making Krabby Patties.
Oh, no. You've made your last Krabby Patty.
You mean my last one for the morning rush?
No, ever.
Goodbye, see you later, so long.
Mr. Krabs, are you changing the secret Krabby Patty formula?
No, it's just a little tweak, me boy.
Goodbye, see you later, so long.
This used to be the Krusty Krab. These used to be the employees.
I love my job.
They used to serve Krabby Patties.
This tastes nice.
Goodbye, see you later, so long.
Alrighty, so I hope you guys enjoyed the trailers. It's interesting how Nickelodeon really starts to push all these new episodes, not just of SpongeBob, but other shows as well, right on New Year's Day. So yeah, but anyways, I'm recording this a couple days after New Year's Day, so I've been doing a little bit of thinking, and of course the first trailer that you saw was just about the narrator talking about how you love Krabby Patties. The second trailer you saw was about Mr. Krabs coming and telling SpongeBob, "That's the last patty you're me making." And then the third trailer, the introduction of this new character, his name is Don. And the fourth trailer here, we have the aftermath of how after everything has been changed in the Krusty Krab. Now the Factory Fresh title I think is quite random, but okay, I kind of get it because the entire plot of this episode, again spoiler if you don't already know, is that Mr. Krabs wants to make the Krabby Patties into a frozen fast food product, right? Something you can buy from the grocery store, and then you heat it up yourself or you make it yourself. And along the way, he teams up with this advertising company, and they change the recipe. And Mr. Krabs, who famously says in one of the trailers, I can't remember which one already, but add more feet to it. So you have all these customers choking up sand. Now that's a little bit disgusting, and I mean, really, okay. So now we actually have a precedent for this episode, and or at least that, in my opinion, we have had such a precedent, and that would be from season 4, Selling Out. Now, Selling Out is not as entirely the same. That episode was about Mr. Krabs selling away the Krusty Krab, so he had no control over the changing of the formula and everything. But SpongeBob was right there. He knew how bad formula changes were, and eventually, people realized the kind of gunk that they were eating, and everything went back to normal. So, of course, the main assumption in this episode is that everything's gonna go back to normal, no more frozen Krabby Patties, and everything goes back to status quo. from where we started off, and SpongeBob will be making his Krabby Patties again, and all the whatever new robots that you saw in the trailer, the museum, gift shop, all gone, or maybe some remnants of it. I don't know, but you had to watch the episode to see, right? And so what does that really tell you? I mean, like, okay, I think it's a creative idea by the writers of the show to introduce like frozen fast food, because it is true that, you know, a lot of food nowadays, a lot of fast food brands have attempted some kind of marketing in the frozen food sector, and that is true. All right, so maybe Krabby Patties can be frozen and they can be just served up just as nice, like, you know how plain food it can be served up like, you know, something in a restaurant nowadays, but especially in business class. Hint, hint, Delta Airlines. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, you can watch plenty of Delta videos on my other stuff channel. But yeah, so it's kind of interesting. It's better. It is at least better than, you know, Plankton constantly trying to steal the Krabby Patty formula. You know, that's pretty much almost every single Krusty Krab based episode we've been seeing for like I don't know how long. But yeah, so it's interesting. Now the thing is that, well, I understand there's no continuity in SpongeBob, right? And in selling out, you know, Mr. Krabs learns his lesson and decides to keep the Krusty Krab, you know, go back to making Krabby Patties by hand and with love. And in this case, he apparently completely forgets about it, or he hasn't experienced the formula selling out. So I mean, you know, it's a little bit weird, but okay, fine. But it, again, as I said earlier, it's quite disgusting, you know, what the Krabby Patties turned into. It's not even like, you know, the kind of a chemical meat thing. It's just like sand. So that's just weird. But anyways, so now we're gonna go over to the computer and we're gonna take a look at the book. All right. Okay. It's a preview. It's not the entire book, but of course it's gonna spoil at least half of the episode for you guys. So let's take a look. All right. So here we are at Amazon.com. Now I'm gonna leave a link to this page where you can actually purchase Factory Fresh. It's actually available now in book form, $9.99 off Amazon.com. So yeah. Anyways, so as you can see, my browsing history, so SATs. But yeah. Okay. Anyways. Here on the book, this cover was actually released a couple months prior to me making this video, by the way. So Squidward, Robo Squidward, Don Grouper, Mr. Krabs and his love for money, and of course SpongeBob holding up the Krabby Patty, and Patrick here is being filmed. You actually understand why. So again, as I said, there's going to be spoilers, and of course, again, if you want to look at the look at the Amazon page yourself. Also, beware, there are obviously spoilers, right? So, now usually all these tie-in books give a really accurate representation of the episodes. So, and they're usually released slightly earlier than the episodes themselves, so that's kind of interesting. It's always like a sneak peek kind of thing. And the first thing here, I'm just going to scroll down through this. There's like this unused page and a really nice artwork of SpongeBob there. But anyways, you have this part. So first, showing off SpongeBob and Patrick's friendship, and then of course, SpongeBob actually gives Mr. Krabs the idea to make frozen Krabby Patties. So yeah, technically now we can blame SpongeBob for it. But okay, anyway, Mr. Krabs teams up with this guy Don Grouper and his advertising firm, I guess. To come up with like slogans and everything, and they need a star, so, well, of course, you know, star. They got Patrick Star to do it. They take Krabby Patties. They taste so nice, they taste nice. I think that's okay. I mean, as we have already seen from like bulletin board, sometimes people usually tend to take Patrick and the stuff he says the wrong way he actually thinks he was supposed to be taken, but well, we'll just stick it as he likes it, okay? Yeah. So then after that, you know, let's fill her up with filler. So I can assume that would be the stuff that SpongeBob, the customers, and that guy who coughed out a snail out of his mouth were coughing out, essentially. That kind of filler, which looks really much like sand again. And of course, the last page of this here actually shows how, you know, Mr. Krabs completely transforms the Krusty Krab from a restaurant to a museum and gift shop, where all the Krabby Patties are actually being produced in a factory. And as I said earlier, yeah, Krabby Patties as synthetic never really work, at least based on the writers, like, you know, the logic of SpongeBob. So again, you know, we're gonna go back to the status quo. So the endpoint's really not gonna be the same. I mean, not gonna be different. However, I'm actually quite interested to see what happens after this, because, you know, there is some. I mean, don't tell me that this is completely the entire story, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot more other than this. And I'm really looking forward to that, because it is indeed an interesting concept. So, well, 200th episode, I mean, they didn't really do much for the 100th episode. Like, they had Stanley SquarePants and Band and Bikini Bottom, 2 of which were mediocre episodes. So, they're really trying to cash in on this one. Get it? Okay, just like Mr. Krabs is. But, yeah, so what do you guys think about Factory Fresh? Comment in the box below. Make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, comment, etc. And, yeah. Well, actually, you know, I won't be making another Factory Fresh video after this. I mean, until the episode really comes up. So, well, we can have a discussion in the comments box below. But, we are definitely going to be doing more SpongeTalk videos. So, stay tuned for that. Topics are random, so yeah, just stay tuned, and you got lots coming. Alright, so keep it right here on SpongeBob 101, and I hope you guys are hyped for Factory Fresh. I am, so yeah, let's see how things go, right? See you guys next video. Bye.